These two yarns look to be the same, but once you start crocheting with them, the difference is impossible to ignore. If a pattern ever came out bigger or smaller, it just looked off, even though you followed it exactly and thought you were using the right yarn. This might be why. So stick around and we're going to talk about yarn ply and the differences of the twists and how they can mess up a project. So if you're not able to tell, one of these is 4-ply yarn and the other one is 5-ply. Such a slight difference, but such a big difference at the end result. So let's look at the actual skeins. This right here is 5-ply. This is loops and threads 5-ply. And this right here is the 4-ply by I Love This Yarn at Hobby Lobby. And obviously, if you're looking at them now, you can see a huge difference. These are completely different brands. They would be, I think they're even in different stores. I don't even think the same store carries both brands. I believe Joanne used to carry this one and now it's at Michael's. And this one right here can be found at Hobby Lobby. Now, if you watched my yarn haul video, I shared, that's where I got this one was on a Facebook Marketplace post.
It was actually overwhelming. I didn't even know where to start. I wasn't even lying when I said it really was like Disneyland for us
Okay,
crocheters.
let's
And
see.
this
I
is
got two of these. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but oh my gosh, look at those colors. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is called birthday cake. Birthday cake, totally. I could see me making cupcakes out of this, like that cupcake bear you guys have seen me make. And I drove an hour away to get in like $200 worth of yarn. It was insane. Definitely go check out that video. My go-to yarn has always been 4-ply worsted weight yarn at Hobby Lobby though. And then something crazy happened. I decided to use one of these to make a bunny, and the size difference was astronomical. So let's look at the rabbits. This is with a 4-ply, and right off the bat, we're not going to pay attention to the ears or the arms. We're just looking at the sizes. This was the very first bunny I had made, and then I've perfected it. Now they look like this. But for the most part, the pattern is the exact same. The only really difference is how long the arms is and where I put the ears. That is the only difference. Everything else is the exact same hook size as well. I used a 5.5 millimeter in the same pattern on both of these bunnies, and the difference is astronomical. They are so different. This one used way more stuffing. The stitches are so much more tight together. It's just so much more squishy, and I love this. This one, on the other hand, look at how far those stitches have come apart. Look at that. That is insane how bad that is. And I use this, I mean, I've been crocheting for 20 something years. My tension never changes, but this is horrible. And I have noticed a difference in the loaf cats before. Some of them come out bigger, some of them come out smaller, but I never noticed this drastic of a difference. And it wasn't until I had pulled out the label to this and realized it was 5-ply yarn. And this is 4-ply, and look at the difference that this makes. This is insane. I also did a video this last year talking about the rules of amigurumi and what rules I'll follow, what rules I won't follow, and I might have said this. Sometimes I will use a smaller hook, probably not as small as some people would like. Like if I already have a pattern made, I'm not going to change it just because y'all think I should be using a smaller hook. That's not happening. And I think I may have spoke too soon because I believe that from now on, I'm going to be going down to a 4.5 millimeter hook for this. Let me actually show you something real quick. So this is a planter I am making. It is a hanging planter. And this was done with a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. This is a 4-ply worsted weight yarn. This is I Love This Yarn brand. So this is a 4-ply again, because that is the overabundance of what I have. And look at the difference in these stitches right here. Same stitch, it is single crochet, but look at that. And I don't like using smaller hook sizes, but I sure like the look of this better than this. So when I said I would never, I'm going to use whatever hook size I want and this is how it's going to go, I think I spoke too soon because that is not attractive. So obviously if I drop down a hook size, this is going to come out even smaller than it is already, but the stitches are going to look so much better. And so I really think that hook size matters, especially with the types of yarn that you use. And one of the reasons could be I mean, this is a metallic yarn, so it's probably not the best example to use. Let me pull out a different one. Okay, so this is again a 4-ply worsted weight yarn. You know, it is the same, I think it's the same brand and everything. Let's see how much of a difference there is right here. So that's a pretty big difference right there. But you know, part of the reason is in let's pull them nice and tight. Look at the difference. Look at that. You pull them nice and tight. The orange one thins up a lot more, and I think it's because in this twist right here, it just has a bunch of fluff. It's just all air in between all that. You see how easy that is to like untwist? It's all just air. But this one, this has, I mean, it's only one more ply, but it's harder to untwist. It's more strong, less likely to stretch. So by dropping a hook size down with the thinner yarn, I'm not changing the pattern, I'm just correcting it for the yarn. And this is especially important for things like amigurumi where the stitch density matters. Same pattern, same stitch count, same hook size, the difference you're seeing is purely yarn thickness, and that's it. So all in all, when the pattern calls for a 5 millimeter hook size, you might want to drop down to a 4. You know, that amigurumi rule I mentioned about dropping down a hook size for what the yarn calls for is probably actually a good one. And, you know, there for a reason because it's so easy to see the differences. So, you know, if your stitches look too loose or your piece is just growing, you know, you might want to just change a different hook size. It might make all the difference in the world. Now, my next question is, what am I going to do with all of this 4-ply yarn that I have? This is my current yarn stash. I have an overabundance of 4-ply yarn. I believe the only ones that I have that are 5-ply, they're kind of, I mean, I believe this is a 5-ply, and I think this one is a 5-ply. And now that I took off all the labels, I'm like, you know, I didn't see that big of a difference when I did that video when I was picking out all these yarns. The rest of my yarn and all my 5-ply, all of those same brands are right there. So that's what I've been making all of those bunnies out of. And now I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with all of this yarn? Here soon, I believe I'm going to be coming up with some stash busting ideas to kind of work down my supply a little bit so that I can work on slowly changing yarn brands. I also think I'm going to be making more things like this. You know, if you guys want this pattern for this plant hanger, let me show you what a finished one looks like. So this is what a finished one looks like. It hangs down like this. Those are kind of like monstera leaves because those are the leaves I like doing the best, and then little puff stitch flowers. But let me know if you guys want a tutorial for this because I think this is another great way to use up that yarn, that 4-ply yarn. Yeah, I have made loaf cats and octopus and a few different things that I never really noticed a giant size difference. This is the one that stuck out the most to me. And these are so much more cuddly and cute and squishy and lovable. And this pattern will be coming out soon, so definitely stay tuned for that on my channel. I definitely might be adjusting my emotional support monster patterns and a few of my patterns to compensate for this new realization. So stay tuned for the changes in my patterns and the growth of my learning crochet. You know, the one thing I love about crochet is that you never will know everything ever. There's so much more you can learn. There's always something new happening. And once you think you like something, you know, something changes and you're like, oh, wait, I want to do this now. So I love it. And I am not afraid of change. I am not afraid of change. This is going to be good. So stay tuned for the awesome patterns coming out on my channel. And I will see you next time. And remember, above all else, that Jesus loves you. Bye.